Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, He mentioned one of the very powerful du'as. And most of the time, because of this du'a that people they are repeating all the time, some of the people they underestimate the power or the greatness of the du'a. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned different du'as in the Quran, first to emphasize and to teach us a lesson in our life, whereby we as a human beings, we need to depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in different aspects in our lives. And some of the du'as, we can see them that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He put them in different stories of the prophets, to show that even the greatest people in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, such as the prophets, they used to make dua in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, one of the dua in, I think in the verse 201, He said, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, fi dunya hasanatan, what is good in this particular world. We don't ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Rabbi, just give us in this world, but we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala specifically what is good, hasanatan, what is good in this world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before He mentioned in this particular dua, He said there are people who are asking only for this world. And these people, they will be given whatever they are asking in this world, but they will not have anything yawmul akhirah. They will not have anything yawmul akhirah. Why? Because they didn't ask for akhirah. They only asked for this dunya. Ya Rabbi, grant me to be, grant me wealth. Ya Rabbi, grant me this. Ya Rabbi, make me successful in this, successful in that. They only ask for this particular world. They forget to ask for akhirah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gave them, but in akhirah they will come back towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while they have nothing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said the successful people in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are the ones who are asking in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not only for this dunya, but also they are asking for akhirah. That's why we said, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. And what are we asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? We are not asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us this world anything. No, we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us in this world what is good for us. Because sometimes you're asking for something, maybe it will harm you in your life and you never know that particular thing, how it will turn out in the future. But we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us something that will be beneficial for us, will be good in our lives. So good, healthy, we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us with the halal rizq. That is also part of the goodness we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us in this world. We are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to surround us with the good friends who will make us to be closer towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is part of the goodness in this particular worldly life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. And we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for akhirah, what is good in akhirah. We're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for akhirah, what will be good for us in that particular time. And what is that? We are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be among of those people who will be under His shade. This is part of the goodness in akhirah. We are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be among of the people who will go to Jannah. We are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be among of the people who will have the rida of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in akhirah. That is part of the goodness. And that's why the scholars, they say this dua is so powerful. But you can see most of the people, because they don't understand the context of the dua, then they underestimate it. You find people, they say, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ, while their minds are not even there. They don't think about the greatness of the dua itself and how this dua is great in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us from His punishment. So here the dua, you can see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wants us to maintain balance. When we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there should be a balance. A balance of what? A hope and fear. We fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of His punishment. And that's why we said, Ya Rabbi, please protect us. Don't make us to be among of those people who will fall under your punishment. But we're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the hope of getting goodness in akhirah and in this dunya. And in akhirah to be among of people of Jannah. So we are asking with hope as well as we are fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is the balance that we need to maintain in our life. Fear and hope in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to the truth, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us to be among of those who will attain goodness in this world as well as in the hereafter, and be protected from His punishment. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ سُبْحَانَكَ اللَّهُمَّ بِحَمْدِكَ أَشْهَدُ أَنْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَنْتَ أَسْتَغْفِرُكَ وَأَتُوبُ إِلَيْكَ. جزاكم الله خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.